All right, we're starting our section on conics, and I hope you took a second and watched the Khan Academy video explaining exactly what a focus and a directrix are in a parabola. And now I'll show you how to graph the problems. So let's see, let's get me out of the screen here. Stop and take notes on this for just a second, okay? We're going to have a couple of different forms that you need to get familiar with. We've got x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. All right, this should feel brand new. All right, right here, that's brand new. The 4 is always there. The p helps us calculate exactly where our focus and our directrix are. And let's put in a little bit of information here. Our vertex is HK. Your focus is at H K plus P, and we'll talk more about that, I promise. Your directrix is at Y equals K minus P, and your axis of symmetry is, let's see, x equals h. And this is for a parabola that opens up or down. Up if your p is positive, down if your p is negative, right? And then you know, because we graphed that a second ago, that our parabola can also be balanced on the x-axis. That formula would look like this. Y minus k squared equals 4p. X minus h opens to the right if your p is positive. It opens to the left if your p is negative. All right, your vertex is at hk. Your focus is at h plus pk. And again, I promise I'm going to teach you how to do these. Your directrix is x equals h minus p, and your axis of symmetry is at y equals k. Pause that if you need to for a second and get those all written down. Now, Alex does not ask you to graph them from this form. However, it does ask for all the pertinent information. So let's go ahead and let's go through and let's figure some of this out. X minus 5 squared equals y plus 2. Now, I told you a second ago that the 4 and the p were part of our equation and that we had to have them, right? I don't see a 4 or a p value anywhere right here. So that's going to be part of your job is figuring that out. The 4 has to be there. All right, there it is. The 4 is there. Let's put a 1 right there. 4 times what would give me 1? 1/4. Now I have my 4 value and I have my p value. And this is what helps me figure out that focus and directrix. I know this parabola opens up because my p value is positive, right? And then I also know that my vertex, and I was going to say, Alex doesn't ask you to graph this, but sketching it helps me so much, so I really recommend it. All right, our vertex is at 5, negative 2. So let's go ahead and graph that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 2. Okay, so it will ask for your vertex, and it will ask for your focus, and it will ask for your directrix, and it will ask for your axis of symmetry. So I know this opens up, so I know I have an axis of symmetry right through that point. And so the axis of symmetry has an equation of x equals, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then to calculate the focus always sits inside the parabola, right? Focus is always inside. The directrix is always a balanced distance on the outside. Computer glitched a second. We can get back. There it is. All right. So this distance is equal to this distance, right? All right. So it told me I have a distance of 1/4. So from this point, I need to go up 1/4 to find my focus. And to find my directrix, I need to go down 1/4. Up and down refers to our y value. All right, so to find the focus, I need to go 5, -2 plus 1/4, which equals 5. We're just going to call that -1 3/4. You could change that to -7/4. Directrix would be -2 minus 1/4. So 5, -2 1/4, or we could call that 5, -9/4. And it's going to have you just type in that information. All right. Let's flip it on the other side so you can see what that looks like. All right, here comes a different problem. Y minus 1 squared equals 3 times x minus 5. And let's go ahead and put this here so we've got it. All right. Again, it will want to know your vertex, your focus, your directrix, and your axis of symmetry. Remember, we have to have the 4 here. So let's go ahead and get it in the right form. Equals 4 times something to give me 3. 4 times something to give me 3. That would be 3/4, right? So here's the secret. Whatever that is, divide it by 4, and that will give you your p-value. Let's take a second and let's sketch this. I have a vertex at opposite, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. My p-value is positive, so I know it's going to open this way, which means my focus is inside here and my directrix is outside. Because it opens sideways, I know my axis of symmetry sits this way, which gives me an equation of y equals 1. All right, let's figure out that focus and the directrix. We're moving, focus is this way, directrix is this way, so we're moving on the x-axis, right? So we're going to be adding and subtracting to that x value. So my focus is 5 plus 3/4, 1, which is 5 3/4, 1, or that would be 23/4, 1. Okay, directrix, we're moving this way, so it would be 5 minus 3/4, 1, 4 1/4, 1, or 17/4. You type that all that information in, and you've got that solution as well. Good luck.